Senator Tim Knopp of Bend and 9 other Republicans are now barred from running for re-election after Oregon's Supreme Court upheld Measure 113. It leaves voters now wondering about the impact of the measure and options left on the table for Knopp and the other senators.
What do we think voters are really voting on? What exactly do we think Measure 113 really was intended to do?
Thursday's decision to uphold Measure 113 by the Oregon Supreme Court blocks 10 Republican senators who staged a 6-week walkout from running for re-election. Could Senator Knopp go and appeal this anyway, maybe to a federal court or in some other arena?
So the short answer is no. There are steps they could take, but it's unlikely those steps would be resolved in time for this election.
But how long are they banned? And does the ruling apply to positions in just the Senate or to the House as well? Lewis and Clark law professor Tung Yin says the language read by voters doesn't exactly spell it out.
If you looked only at the text of Measure 113, that language seems to support the argument of the Republican senators made. The explanation of the measure to the voters, that seemed to make it clear that what Measure 113 was intended to do was to, like, don't do this anymore. So basically, we have a conflict between, the simplified language for the voters is saying versus what the actual language of the ballot measure itself.
Yin added the decision doesn't rule Knopp or other senators out in 2028 or beyond.
Do we think that the voters understood that would be a permanent disqualification, or is it kind of like, okay, you get your time out and hopefully you've learned your lesson?
With Knopp out for at least 2024, the race for the Senate seat in District 27 is now between Democrat Anthony Broadman and Republican Shannon Monahan. Peyton Thomas, Central Oregon Daily News.